What's going on, guys? We're back with an MLB picks and predictions video for Saturday, April 13th. This video is getting out late. I've been in the hospital all night. It's 7:40 a.m. I literally just walked in the door, so sorry for this getting out late. We're going to go over the Yankees game. Look, there's 17 games today. We got two doubleheaders. I'm just going to give you the one. I still like the Yankees matchup when it comes to Clark Schmidt and Carlos Carrasco. The Yankees are 6-1 on the road. I just don't have a lot of faith in this Guardians team. So I'm going to take the Yankees money line in this one. Next up, we go to the Royals at the Mets. Like I said, I was taking the Royals until they came back down to earth and lost the winning streak. They lost the winning streak yesterday. They lost 7-1 in a big rout. So finally came back to earth. Basically, offense didn't do anything there. Look, in this one with Alec Marsh and Sean Manaea, the Royals do hit righties better. They're going against a lefty here. They did lose. I think now that they lost, you kind of see a little bit of regression back there. I personally, on this one, I think it's just better just to take the Mets on the money line. Next, we go to Guaranteed Rate Field, where the White Sox host the Reds. And if the White Sox are going to win a game, it's probably going to be this one. We are seeing two starters. Nick Lodolo making his first start of the season. And then you see Crochet on the other side. Crochet has been obviously the ace when it comes to this White Sox lineup. Nick Lodolo hasn't started a game since, I think, May of last season. Crochet so far has made 3 starts this season. He has given up home runs in back-to-back starts. He's pitched 18 innings. Has got like 21 strikeouts. So the Cincinnati Reds do strike out a lot more. 2 left-handed pitchers. But I just can't ignore the fact of how hot the Reds are right now. They won 11-1 yesterday. This game could be close, and then you could see it open up a little bit later on. But I'm just going to stick with the team that's hotter, not dealing with the injuries. But if the White Sox do get a win in this series, it's this game. So give me the Reds, though. I'm just going to stick with the hotter team. I could see Nick Lodolo coming out pitching a good start. Both these pitchers maybe having a decent start, and then the game opening up like once you see 4th, 5th inning kind of thing, and then it starts to get going maybe a little bit more. But I'm just going to stick with the Reds here. All right, next up we go to Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays host the Rockies. I said it yesterday how I don't like this Blue Jays team batting 200 versus righties so far in the season, and they got absolutely dusted. Gosman has been terrible this year. I took the Rockies plus 1.5 to be safe, but they won outright 12-4. And now you got this right-hander, Yariel Rodriguez, making his major league debut. He got called up from AAA. So it's kind of – I can't really take the Blue Jays with a guy making his major league debut because, I mean, he could dazzle. He could put off a good performance here, but it's really hard to lay heavy juice with a guy you have no data for, and for a Blue Jays team that's not hitting the greatest right now. We did see 16 runs given up. I think both these bullpens can be susceptible to runs. Obviously, the Rockies are not the greatest team, but they put up 12 runs yesterday versus this team. I could see this one getting a higher scoring. I could see the Blue Jays opening this one up against Dakota Hudson, though. So I'm just going to go I lean to the over in this one at 9. I just can't lay that minus 200 price or minus 190 price with this pitcher. And I don't know if the Rockies can put it together two times in a row for big outings as far as winning by margin like that. As far as batter versus pitcher matchups, other than George Springer versus Dakota Hudson, George Springer does have a home run in his career off Dakota Hudson. Other than that, I don't really have much for batter versus pitcher matchups or anything like that. So I'm just going to lean to the over in this game. Not my favorite game on the board, but I'm not laying the juice with the Blue Jays. All right, next up we go to Oriole Park, where the Orioles host the Brewers. I like the Brewers yesterday, as I mentioned. They ended up dusting this team. The Orioles were just in a bad spot there. You look at this one, you got the lefty DL Hall going against Dean Kramer. I think this one kind of comes back down to earth here, where the Orioles could potentially get one. If they get one in the series, I think it is this one. Like I said yesterday, the Brewers are still 8-2 in this series in their last 10 games. Hall, his last outing, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks in 5 1/3 innings. He pitched 90 pitches. He's given up only 1 home run so far this season, whereas Dean Kramer, he pitched 7 innings his last outing. He didn't give up any earned runs. The 1 run was kind of like a throwing error. He had 6 strikeouts. So I think I'm going to take the Orioles in this one in a bounce back spot. I think if they get in a win in this series, it's probably this one. Obviously, the Brewers are super hot, so I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to stay on the Brewers right now. I just think the Orioles could sneak one away in this game. All right, next we go to Houston. Look, this is not my favorite game. I cannot even fathom the Astros being like minus 150 favorites right now. But it is due to this pitching matchup. Blanco's been solid. We've seen Andrew Heaney pitch against this team. Last weekend, he pitched 3 2/3 innings, gave up 6 earned run, 1 home run. He only struck out 2. He had 3 walks, whereas Blanco, he pitched 6 innings, had 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, no home runs. Blanco has yet to give up a home run this season. He has no earned runs given up in back-to-back starts. So, I mean, the Astros are favored for good reason. They have only won 4 games so far this season, which obviously you don't like to see. But as far as pitcher versus hitter matchups, when you look at the Astros versus Andrew Heaney, Jose Abreu has 4 home runs and 14 at-bats with 9 RBIs. Jose Altuve has seen him 32 times. He has 2 home runs, batting .313. Bregman, 35 at-bats, 1 home run, batting .314. Pena, 7 at-bats, batting .429 with an RBI. Yordan Alvarez, no RBIs, no home runs, but he has 14 at-bats, batting .286. Dubon, 12 at-bats, 1 home run. Chas McCormick, 7 at-bats. So even Kyle Tucker has a home run and 10 at-bats versus Heaney. So they know Heaney well. I think they could potentially get to him, but I think I'm only going to touch this game as far as a first 5. You could lay the first 5 -0.5 for the Astros. I think as long as Blanco pitches like he's been pitching, maybe this game is close or the Astros have a slight lead after the first 5 innings. That's all I want. And then, the bullpens can take care of things. Honestly, it wouldn't, as far as a full game value standpoint, it wouldn't surprise. I wouldn't blame anybody for taking the Texas Rangers. But I'm going to take the Astros first 5. I think they could get to Heaney, and I'm just not going to. I honestly could see the Astros losing the game after being up maybe 1 run in early in, like, after 5 innings. I could see them losing the game outright. So not my favorite game. I definitely wouldn't lay the juice on the Astros for the full game, but I think the first 5, they have the edge in the pitching. And when you're handicapping just pitchers, these 2 pitchers, the Astros have the advantage versus where Texas is kind of seeing Blanco, a little differently, whereas the Astros have seen Heaney a lot. So not my favorite game. Not my favorite pick, really, but that would be the way I'd go, I think, in this one. I don't love it, honestly. Next up, we are going to the Pirates-Phillies game. Spencer Turnbull here against Marco Gonzalez. I do think the Phillies have the advantage when it comes to starting pitching in this one. Yesterday, I took the over. I thought that game would be a lot higher scoring. We only seen 7 runs. We needed at least 9. Couldn't get there. Pirates won that one 5-2. Turnbull so far has yet to give up an earned run. He hasn't given up a home run. He's pitched 11 innings. He's got 13 strikeouts. Definitely something you like to see from a kind of a veteran-ish pitcher. Whereas Gonzalez, he hasn't given up a home run yet this season. He's given up 3 earned runs. He's got 6 strikeouts only in 11 innings. So that's what's kind of concerning for me is the strikeouts when you look at these teams head-to-head, still 5-5, 3-7 to the under. So we're seeing a lot of lower scoring games like we saw the first 2 of the series. 5-1 for the Phillies, 5-2 for the Pirates. So in this one, I think I'm just going to take the Phillies on the bounce back spot on the money line. They have the better pitching matchup, in my opinion, in this one. I think they could squeeze this one. Next, we go to Oakland, where the Athletics host the Nationals. Yesterday, I took the Nationals plus the 1.5 just because I thought, it could be a close game. Look, this one is, again, now we're seeing the Nationals favored in this one. Athletics have won like 3-4 games in a row now. As far as pitching matchup, look, this is a bad game, really, in my opinion. And I hate betting unders, but if I think this totals at 8.5 or 9, I think taking the under is the only play. I absolutely hate unders, but Stu's struggling. offenses. We've seen a 2-1 final score, and that even went to extra innings yesterday. It took a walk-off hit. We seen I think it was home runs on each side. The Nationals do still own this matchup. So being favored with Mackenzie Gore, his last outing was a 3-2 Nationals win. Pitched 5 2/3 innings, had 6 strikeouts, and he gave up 1 home run. Whereas Joe Boyle, his last outing, Oakland won that one. He pitched 5 innings, had 6 strikeouts. So honestly, I could see both these pitchers actually having decent outings, and this one being a lower scoring one. I don't love the bullpens in these ones, but the Oakland Athletics bullpen has actually been pretty good. So I hate unders, but give me the under in this one. Next game we're going to look at is in Miami, where the Braves are taking on the Marlins. Marlins still only have 2 wins on the season. Braves absolutely dusted the Marlins yesterday, 8-1. We had the Braves -1.5. Easy winner there. The over did come in just barely with that 1 run the Marlins scored, helping. You got Chris Sale, the lefty, going against Max Meyer, the righty. Chris Sale, his last outing, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, no home runs. So pretty good outing there. Michael Myers' last outing, 6 innings pitched. He only had 3 strikeouts. He had only given up 1 earned run, but it was a home run and 1 walk. So Michael Meyer is, a newbie as far as pitching for this Marlins team. He's a younger starter. I don't like this Marlins bullpen. It's easy for me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it when it comes to this matchup right now. Braves on the run line, guaranteed 9th inning at bat. I think they have the better pitcher matchup, obviously way better stacked lineup. And I think it's just the easiest pick to take the Braves to get another easy win in this one. Next game we are going to look at is the Giants and the Rays. Yesterday, I didn't really have anything because we didn't have guaranteed starters in that one. We've seen a 2-1 finish. This one, you're seeing Logan Webb going against Ryan Pepio. Logan Webb's last start versus the Padres, 7 innings pitched. He only had 3 strikeouts, and he gave up 10 hits. He did only get 2 earned runs in that one, but 10 hits and only 3 strikeouts in 7 innings is not what you want to see. Logan Webb does pitch more as he's a very ground ball specialist. He induces lots of ground ball, just the way he spins the ball and stuff. Pepio, the last outing, he had 11 strikeouts in 6 innings. No home runs, no earned runs. Absolutely dazzled. That was when they hosted the Rockies. It was a 3-2 win. I think, look, the computer model likes the Rays in this one. I think the Rays have a slight value in this one. Pepio could dazzle here. I'm almost seeing like a 9% edge on the Rays as far as Rays money line. The computer model's telling me. So I'm just going to stick with the model. I think we go back to the Rays. I'm not hot on this Giants team right now. Their offense is just struggling. Honestly, I could see this one being a lower scoring game, but I think that's why the total's set where it is. So just give me the Rays and the money line on this one. All right, next we go to Fenway. This one, we don't have a starter for the Red Sox. The Red Sox have so many injuries. They just got shut out 7-0. We had the Angels in that one yesterday. We got Griffin Canning going, though, who is a pitcher that I'm really not hot on. As far as head-to-head meetings, the Angels have won 6 of the last 10. Canning has not recorded a win in I don't know how many starts. His last outing, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 home runs given up. The only issue for me is that the Red Sox are now, obviously they have Trevor Story's out, and now Rafael Devers is out. Yesterday when I seen that Devers was going to be out of the lineup, and it looked like McGuire was out of the lineup, I seen the line move on the Angels going down, and I was like, man, hammer the Angels. Like, give me the Angels easy in this one. And they ended up winning easily. This one, without having a starter for the Red Sox, it's kind of hard, but I could see it being just a bullpen game. And Griffin Canning, I don't have a lot of faith in. I could see Tyler O'Neill, Reese McGuire both hitting home runs in this game. So I'm just going to lean to the over. Not the greatest when you don't have a lot of data as far as pitching, but we're seeing 16-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out to center field. Only thing is there might be some sort of precipitation coming at some time during the day, but The total is now moved. It looks like it was at 9.5 earlier. I could see lots of runs in this one. So just give me the over, and let's just root for lots of runs. All right, we're almost done here. We're going to Cardinals and D-backs. Yesterday I was on the D-backs. Not a very good outing from them. They lost. It was a pretty higher scoring game. We've seen 15 runs scored and the Cardinals winning that one. I'm going to go back to the well. I think this one, honestly, I think you could take the over at 10 in this one. Honestly, looking at these two pitchers, you got Ryan Nelson, his last outing, 5 innings pitched. He did have 7 strikeouts, but he gave up 2 home runs. My concern is Kyle Gibson on this side, honestly. His last outing, 6 innings pitched, 10 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs, and that was to Miami. So he's had 9 earned runs given up in his last 13 innings pitched. He's given up 4 home runs already in the last 2 games. Ryan Nelson on the other side gave up 2 home runs in his last start as well. So I could see both of these offenses getting going. Nolan Arenado finally hit his first home run of the season. I could potentially see him getting another one here. He has 1 in his career in 3 at-bats versus Nelson. Paul Goldschmidt has a home run in his career. Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan, and Jordan Walker all have seen him. I like Ivan Herrera here. I think Herrera could get one too. When you look on the other side, Ketel Marte all have stats. Randall Grichuk has a home run. Jock Peterson has a home run. There's a couple guys here. I'm just going to root for runs and home runs in this one. So I could see lots of guys hitting home runs on both sides. So give us a higher scoring game. I'm just going to take the over. Next game we're going to look at, we are going to Dodger Stadium. Looking at the weather report for around first pitch, it does show a potential of rain coming in. This one could get postponed if this weather holds up like it is. The total's at 9. You're seeing Gavin Stone and Matt Waldron pitching in this one. Waldron in his last start had 5 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings. That was against the Giants in a 3-2 loss. Whereas Gavin Stone took the loss in his last outing against the Cubs. They lost 8-1. He had 5 strikeouts in 3 innings, but he gave up 5 earned runs. No home runs in that one. Honestly, these two teams head-to-head, 5-5 in the last 10. I'm just going to take the Padres at +1.5. I could see this game being somewhat close. They did play 11 innings yesterday, so the Padres got the 8-7 win there. We've seen 15 runs being scored, but Manny Machado has 2 home runs and 3 at-bats versus Stone in his career. Other than that, not really anything to look at, but I'm just going to take the Padres plus the 1.5. All right, and the final game we're going to look at is the Cubs-Mariners. I was wrong on this one yesterday. I was on the Cubs. The Mariners ended up winning it 4-2. You go Shota Yamanga here in this one. So far through 10 innings pitched, he's got 12 strikeouts, no home runs given up, no earned runs, no walks. Definitely what you want to see from a starting pitcher. This guy could be electric in the league. Whereas you look at Emerson Hancock on the other side, the last outing he lost, he gave up 8 earned runs, had 6 strikeouts though in 3 1/3 innings, but he did give up 2 home runs. He gave up a home run in the previous start before that. I think the Cubs have the advantage when it comes to the starting pitching here. I think their hitters can mash these Mariners around. I still don't have a lot of faith in this Mariners team. So give me the Cubs on the money line. All right, that's going to do it for today. Sorry I got this video guys out so late. There's still a couple hours to watch it before a lot of these games start. Had family emergency, was at the hospital for 8 hours. I know you guys don't care, but I'm still trying to get this video out to you. I didn't want to just skip it altogether. But as far as my favorite plays of the day, I think the Mets and the Reds money line. The Reds, I think, could open up early on or later on in that game. The Braves minus the 1.5. The Cardinals D-backs, the over. I had it at 9.5 originally. Phillies money line, Rays money line, Cubs money line. I think those, as far as if I was building a parlay, I would put Mets, Reds, Phillies, Rays, Cubs. That would probably be Braves. I'd probably put those 6 as like a 16 parlay. Obviously, these are just my opinions. If you guys are betting, bet responsible. This is just what I am looking at for these games. Bet responsibly. Don't go crazy and losing your bankroll in one day. I'll do a video on bankroll management and that stuff. If you guys like this content, you want more videos, Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to drop your MLB picks in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Stay tuned for the home run props video. Yesterday we killed it. All together yesterday was a great day. So trying to do that again, but don't go crazy. Don't think about yesterday. Every day is a new day when it comes to sports betting. You got to look at long term. And when it comes to MLB, underdogs do win 40% of the time. So just keep that in mind. Don't just bet all favorites all the time. But for that will be the end of the video. This has been, we're 21-minute mark. So I don't want to waste your guys' time, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.